almost a week of overtime, about $2 million worth of overtime. The costume's breaking. But that said, and that didn't occur in the second and third movies as much because they dialed the costumes in by then. But there's so many great scenes in this movie, but the one I like probably the most is when Raphael runs into Casey Jones in the park, in Central Park. And,
Jose Canseco bat.
Hey, what is this?
I had no idea what that was until I got older. And I was like, oh, he actually said a name of a baseball player. So
Jose Canseco bat.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes. I couldn't hear.
What's your favorite Ninja Turtle movie?
Okay, well, I like the first one because it was the first film I'd ever made. I'd worked in television up until that time, and I'd made some TV movies, but I'd never made a feature film. So the first one still sticks as one of the most memorable times in my life when I sat here. And I got to work with Jim Henson right before he passed away. As a matter of fact, Jim was here at this theater complex on the night of March 30th when we screened the first movie. And he sat in the very back row in the corner and didn't want to be introduced, but I did. And he was kind enough to say a few kind words about the business. We shared a bungalow over at MGM Studios, what used to be Hollywood Studios now, it used to be MGM. And he was one of the sweetest, nicest people I've ever met in my life, by far. And his son is the same way. Way out there, creative like beyond. I think that's where their sweet spot in life is being super creative. Twist it all up in all sorts of different contortions to do their puppeteering. But Jim and Brian created some of the most advanced animatronics ever devised. As a matter of fact, one of the things he did was a thing called Waldo's. He created remote control gloves. Most of the remote control was done by a radio control, if you ever seen an RC box with joysticks on it. That's how the puppeteers manipulated the eyes and the mouth and the ear and all the facial movements that you see in the turtles were all done with radio controlled motors in the back under the shell. So we had talking turtles and stuffed turtles. And the talking turtles, those costumes broke down a lot because they were built in London in the creature shop. And then they were used where it was 60 degrees and nice. And where they were used was in North Carolina in July with no air conditioning. It was about 110 degrees and about 120 degrees humidity. I mean, it was like sweat was dripping everywhere. So, but the first film is still my favorite of I love the setting in the third film because it was out in Oregon. It was different and to make it look like Japan. But the first one is still my favorite, I think.
It wasn't Japan? No, I'm kidding.
It wasn't Japan. Yes, sir.
I have two questions. One, I know the original cast has gone on Comic-Con and I recently saw them in DC.
Right.
Which was awesome. It was like a fan moment for me.
Right.
And I know Ronin might be coming soon. And it's just I don't know. It's
the last Ronin, I think, is coming. Yeah, it's incorrect.
They're thinking about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great picture. Yeah. It'll be much more in line with Kevin's original vision of